microphone for any citizen who wishes to speak. If you would like to speak today and you haven't already done so, please fill out the green slip at the rear of the room and hand it to the city clerk. We would appreciate it if you'd keep your comments to 3 minutes. And I see we have one citizen here, so.
Gilbert Saldana, 2111 Orange Street, Beaumont, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Council people. Y'all recognize me from the last time I was here. Well, I've got that same problem and the Victoria House at 2110 Victoria. It came out in the Examiner that they were going to have on the 15th of this month that they were going to have at the Victoria House, and they gave a phone number. They were going to have a sound off. Then I turned around and I picked up the magazine called Cat 5, which all the there's a big picture and article here of this band night at the Arc Studio. So I said, oh, good, they're going to move away from Victoria Street, which is my back door. And they're going to go to the Arc Studio, which is on Franklin. So that tells me right here that they're doing. But the thing that I came up with is, it says, as always, the party BYOB, as long as you have a valid ID provision, and you will be charged $5 all ages. The next thing I read in the Enterprise came out Friday that the same group is going to be performing at the Art Studio, cover charge $5. So I said, I called Officer Wally, who I've been in touch with, and I told her that maybe we got the problem solved. Officer Kiker had come to my home and took all the information of what I needed, what was going on. And he even went out in my backyard and looked and saw how close we were. They're back to back. The Victoria House and my house is back to back. I live at 2111 Orange Street, and it's the same block that the Johnson's Floors is, if you're not familiar where I live at. I've been there since 1965, by the way. But that's the things. Mr. Raoul and Mrs. Deanna, who live right next door to the Victoria House, have 3 children. They're under the age of 10 years old. One of the little girls gets so scared when the bands are playing so loud. She told me that she cried. She can't even sleep in the rooms right next to the house. And a teenage son that's going to Lamar, and he's applying for a police department, tell me that he can't even park his car because they blocked driveways around Easy Street. I'm bringing it up to you again, council people, mayor. Take care of this problem. If they're going to meet at the Art Studio, fine. But I think they met at the house again because it was too cold, and the facilities at the Art Studio are not good enough for what they have. But someone's got to look into this, a BYOB, and charge them for them to perform. And the noise is exceptional. I called the, you can look in the log at police department. I called them at 11:30 p.m. this past Saturday, and then at 12:05 again that the noise was still going on. Thank you, and I hope that we can resolve this problem, all because of this disturbances in a residential area. Thank you, Mayor and council people.
Thank you, Mr. Saldana. Is there any other citizen who wishes to speak today? Okay. Can I ask a question about that? Even though it's not posted, I know we can have a discussion, but as far as BYOB, that would be a zoning violation, wouldn't it? Then there has to be a specific use permit to have BYOB?
Well, I'm not
we
sure.
did one yesterday, I know.
Yeah, there's a BYOB designation in the zoning ordinance now, and I'm not sure what kind of facility this is. This may be a private home where he's just having parties, but we'll certainly look into it.
Okay.
This is not here.
And then as far as the noise ordinance, we cannot enforce that at this point
Well,
because...
actually, Mayor, the Starvin Marvin lawsuit has gone to the Texas Supreme Court, and the Texas Supreme Court has denied their petition to throw out our noise ordinance. So the City of Beaumont's noise ordinance is back in play.
As just recently, though.
As of a week or so ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
it's
right.
back in play. We have prevailed against Starvin Marvin, contrary to what you might read in the Examiner.
I thought that was a restaurant review.
Well, I'm not sure what that was.
Okay.
But the noise ordinance is back in play, as well as the Texas Penal Code dealing with noise.
Okay.
So
All right.
we may be able to address Mr. Saldana's problem.
Thank you very much. Right, if there's no other citizen who wishes to speak, and we don't have executive session today, thank you for coming.